Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, Garima, can you please briefly introduce yourself to me?
Yes. My name is Garima Jain. I'm a resident of Delhi, and I did my bachelor's. I did my BSc in zoology from Gargi College, and my MSc in the same subject, zoology, from Miranda House.
Okay. And have you worked earlier?
No. I haven't. My post graduation finished just last year,
Okay.
2023.
All right. And when is your interview scheduled, Garima?
It is on the 26th of March.
26th March. So pretty
Yes.
late. Okay. You have
Yes.
enough time to prepare. Okay, Garima. And this is your first interview, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, Garima, do you have any specific areas you want me to focus more on, or we should go on with your DAF first?
Yes, ma'am. I would prefer if we could just go on with the DAF.
Okay, all right. And after that, if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
So, Garima, have you taken any mocks before this session?
Yes, I have taken one mock from Sri Ram's IAS. It was organized by Quantum.
All right. Okay. So, did you face any specific issues there, like about yourself or your approach towards interview?
One thing that the panel members pointed out was that because I'm from Delhi and because I'm a woman, they asked me to just brush up on laws related to women, women's safety and empowerment in Delhi, women in army, officers, and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, okay. So Garima, I'll be giving you a little brief about the entire process of interview, as well as we'll go through your DAF. If you have any questions, please, anytime, like in between the overview also, after that, please feel free to ask me.
Okay.
So Garima, basically, when we talk about interview, you should always keep in mind that this interview is all about you and your personality, okay?
Hmm.
Because knowledge-wise, they have UPSC has already tested you in the previous two stages. So
Hmm.
what we need to focus on here is how you present your best self in front of them. Since you have got a lot of time, you have a lot of time to prepare also regarding your background. If you have any problems in your communication or your articulation of answers, then you have pretty good time to work on that. Okay.
Hmm.
So now when we talk about the preparation of interview, it happens in three parts. First of all, it's your DAF, because
Okay.
that is the basic, okay, that is the foundation of your interview. All the questions, or mostly 70 to 80% questions that will be asked, will revolve around the DAF. Okay, even
Okay.
if they are asking something from the current, it will be somehow related to your DAF. So be thorough with it. The second thing is current affairs. So current affairs, you have to do at least, in detail past 2 months, like 2 months before your interview. That will be enough. And current affairs questions are again very analysis based, a
Hmm.
perspective based current affairs, where you have to give your own perspective. Okay. Now
Hmm.
this is not supposed to be a very personal perspective. This is supposed to be a perspective of the person who is aspiring to become an officer. So we have to
Hmm.
think like that while giving answers. Similarly, the situation based, or some tricky questions where that try to put you in some dilemma. So there
Hmm.
also you have to think, if you were an officer, then what decision you should take.
Hmm.
Okay. So when we go through your DAF, it becomes the most important part of your interview, because when you are asked questions on DAF, you are expected to have some good answers. Okay. You cannot deny giving the answers based on DAF, because that puts a very bad impression.
Hmm.
All right. So when we go through your DAF, you are from Delhi itself, so you need to know everything about Delhi, like
Hmm.
Delhi's history, which all dynasties were in Delhi. Then why is it the capital of India? Like, do you think Delhi deserves to be the capital of India? If you were to choose some other city for being capital, which city will you choose? Such questions become, they can ask such questions. Also,
Hmm.
again, the major issues in Delhi, that is pollution, air pollution, the
Hmm.
stubble burning issue around in the neighboring states, then water pollution in Yamuna, then the problem of water scarcity,
Hmm.
then problem of women's safety, again very important. What मतलब इतने सारे metro cities है, but
Hmm.
Delhi is like most unsafe city, what can be the reasons?
Hmm.
Also, the in-migration of people from various states to Delhi, then do locals face any issue due to the same?
Hmm.
Are there any unemployment or underemployment issues in Delhi? All of these things, please be prepared. Apart from this, the culture of Delhi, the local culture of Delhi. After
Hmm.
that, uh, the economy of Delhi, what it is majorly based upon. How we can, there are a lot of tourist spots in Delhi, so how we can conserve them as well as tap their potential,
Hmm.
on an international front also. So these all things, please be thoroughly prepared. Also, the political structure of Delhi, what is the difference between NCR and NCT, or why Luton's Delhi is called Luton's Delhi? Who
Hmm.
was the architect of Rashtrapati Bhavan, or a lot of questions can come around the like recent the Parliament building, all of those
Hmm.
things. Also, the powers of the Lieutenant Governor. Then what are the issues of Lieutenant Governor with the elected government? Is
Hmm.
Delhi a state or
Hmm.
union territory? What it should be? All
Hmm.
of these things. Please be prepared. After that, your father was assistant section officer in which department?
Law department.
Law. So you should have basic idea about his job. Not in detail. They won't really ask about it. But if they ask, you should have some basic ideas about
Hmm.
his job. Okay. After that, if there are some current happenings in Delhi, there's this waste dumping problem. So what
Hmm.
can be done
Hmm.
about it? What steps should be taken? Then solid waste management कैसे होना चाहिए दिल्ली में? या फिर urban flooding का problem हर साल होता है. So what steps? And here you have to mention. You don't have to give any out of the box different solution. You just have
Hmm.
to mention very basic steps. जो academic steps हम लिखते हैं मेंस में वैसे ही steps
Hmm. Hmm.
बताने हैं. ओके कि
Okay.
waste management के लिए it should start from segregation of waste at household level.
Hmm.
वहां
Hmm.
से start करना तो ये सब you have to mention. Then from zoology, now your optional was
Zoology.
zoology. Okay, तो zoology में optional एक बार revise कर लेना because your
Hmm.
optional and graduation subjects are the same. They can ask if someone is from the similar background, they can ask questions around it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
basics revise करना, not in too much depth, but the basics.
Okay.
Okay. Then they can also ask something about Miranda House. When was it established, or what is the history? If it has some significant history, please
Hmm.
read about it. Then you have written rank 2 in BSc Zoology. They really won't ask anything on this. PG scholarship for university rank holders. So they'll ask what was the scholarship for, or what was the criteria for the scholarship. Playing
Hmm.
Kho-Kho. So this is a very interesting entry because not very, many DAFs has this. So Kho-Kho के बारे में सब कुछ करके जाना. Its origin, कहाँ का like it's a native game of India. इंडिया में exactly कहाँ पे origin हुआ. उसमें जो टेक्निकलिटीज है वो भी कर लेना. Some if there are some leagues going on, some tournaments around it, everything related to Kho, please study in detail. After that,
Hmm.
organize quizzes in annual quiz club Best High Q. So they'll ask you, did you just organize the quizzes or you even participated in it? So you
I
should talk
participated
about.
as well. Hmm.
Okay, so you should talk about it. Then they'll ask you some
Hmm.
basics about the event कि कितने
Hmm.
लोग थे आपने ऑर्गेनाइजिंग मतलब एग्जैक्टली आपका रोल इंडिविजुअल रोल क्या था व्हाट
Hmm.
डिड यू लर्न फ्रॉम देयर ऑल ऑफ दैट आफ्टर
Hmm.
दैट टेरेस गार्डनिंग के बारे में बहुत क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं बिकॉज दिस इज अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंट्री खो खो
Hmm.
देन टेरेस गार्डनिंग जो हॉबीज है उस पे काफी क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं टेरेस गार्डनिंग में you can be asked many questions like what are the things we should keep in mind before we do terrace gardening? Does it cause any problem to the roof, structural
Hmm. Hmm.
problem? Then
Hmm.
उसके डिटेल्स की सारे स्टेप्स बताइए कि अगर आपको टेरेस गार्डनिंग शुरू करनी है तो आप शुरुआत से एंड तक बताइए क्या क्या करेंगे. देन टेरेस गार्डनिंग कहाँ कहाँ की जा सकती है, उसके फायदे
Hmm.
क्या क्या है, environmental as well as aesthetic, everything you should mention.
Hmm.
After that, reading ancient Egyptian history. So since you have given very specific, it's very specific, right?
Hmm.
Egyptian history. So फिर उसके उसके if there is someone from history background, they will go in detail regarding this.
Hmm.
तो please be thoroughly prepared कि Egyptian history मतलब also you should be knowing the timeline कि like
Yes,
which
ma'am. Hmm.
which timelines history do you, फिर उसके बारे में details प्लीज पढ़ लीजिएगा since I am very new to this term also Egyptian history and all of it, so I won't be able to
Hmm.
tell you many questions around it, but please do prepare because this entry I think सिर्फ आप ही के DAF में होगी, no other DAF, so then they'll
Um,
get interested there. Okay, तो
hmm.
बहुत अच्छे से कर लीजिएगा. Also they
Hmm.
can ask you to compare Indian like ancient Indus
Hmm.
Valley civilization and Egyptian civilization, that can be asked. और इन एंशंट इजिप्शियन सिविलाइजेशंस के इंडिया के साथ जो ट्रेड रिलेशंस थे उसके बारे में पूछ सकते हैं. ओके, अभी
Hmm.
इंडिया और इजिप्ट के बायलैटरल रिलेशंस कर लेना.
Hmm.
ओके, उसके बाद वॉचिंग एनिमी. सो व्हाट इज एनिमी? देन दे कैन आस्क यू अबाउट दिस इंडस्ट्री ऑल्सो. इंडिया में
Hmm.
एनिमे इंडस्ट्री इज नॉट एज गुड एज जापान्स. So
Hmm.
what are the
Yes, ma'am.
reasons? What can we do? What are the career options there? How can we
Hmm.
encourage careers in such fields? So these are the basic, this can be the basic outline of your interview.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, because I wrote ancient Egyptian history, so can questions be directed towards Indian history in particular? Like they might just might they just skip ancient Egyptian and just focus on history, and then they might try
No,
to. Hmm.
not really. If you have given specifics, they will ask on Egyptian. थोड़ा
Hmm.
सा ये देखिए इंडियन हिस्ट्री वी नो बिकॉज वी हैव स्टडीड फॉर प्रीलिम्स
Hmm.
एंड मेंस. ओके,
Hmm.
तो
Hmm.
ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आएंगे तो तुम हैंडल कर भी पाओगे, सो दैट
Hmm.
वोंट बी एन इशू.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Any other doubt, Garima? Please go ahead. We can talk. You can ask me about, any if approach का कुछ issue है or anything like that. Please go ahead.
Uh, Ma'am, currently it is okay. Like in this mock, they asked me a very interesting question. They related my hobby Egyptian history with my optional. So they said that
Okay,
this
okay,
very popular mummy was discovered. What was it? So I knew it was King Tutankhamun's mummy. So then
okay.
then they asked me ki, like you are from zoology background and you like studying ancient Egyptian history. So how can your optional help you in studying ancient Egyptian history?
नाइस
Uh,
नाइस. से आप जितने मॉक्स दोगे ना आपको ऐसे इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस मिलते जाएंगे. ओके,
Hmm, hmm,
बिकॉज
hmm,
दैट इज द वे, द दैट काइंड ऑफ पीपल जो
hmm,
कुछ साल सर्विस में रह चुके
hmm,
हैं, दे हैव लाइक, हम दोनों से कंपेयर करें तो उनका एक्सपीरियंस ही हमारे
hmm,
एज जितना जितना होता है. सो यू
hmm.
आप मॉक्स देते सिंस योर इंटरव्यू इज इन मार्च, लाइक एंड ऑफ मार्च, सो
Yes,
यू
ma'am.
कैन गिव लाइक एटलीस्ट 7 to 8 mocks if
Hmm,
required, otherwise less. Don't give more than
hmm.
7 8 mocks. तो उस
Okay, ma'am.
मॉक्स में आपको बहुत सारे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस मिल जाएंगे. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस इज गरिमा, समटाइम्स वी गेट सम वेरी वेरी weird question
Hmm,
related to our DAF only, but some weird question and we are not able to answer, and then we get afraid that, oh my God,
hmm, hmm.
I have not prepared this topic at all. So that you don't have to fear about because there are very less
Yeah.
chances that such questions get repeated in the actual interview. So you just
Okay,
don't have to, उतना ही मॉक देना जितना आपके कॉन्फिडेंस के लिए अच्छा है, नॉट मोर देन दैट.
okay, okay.
या,
Ma'am, there I had another doubt. Ma'am,
या,
like I was reading some interview transcripts, and they do ask a lot of questions from GS sometimes. So,
या.
ma'am, वो कितना पढ़ना चाहिए? How much should I study GS?
नॉट टू मच इन डेप्थ, थोड़ा बहुत,
Hmm.
थोड़ा पॉलिटी के बेसिक्स और इकोनॉमिक्स के बेसिक्स,
Okay.
दे आर
Hmm.
इम्पोर्टेंट, नॉट मोर देन दैट.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
बाकी तो करंट अफेयर देखिए, वो क्वेश्चंस एक्चुअली तभी के करंट अफेयर्स में चल रहे होंगे.
Hmm. Hmm.
ओके, नाउ इफ वी रीड आफ्टर 1 hour वी थिंक दैट इट इज जीएस, बट इट्स
Hmm.
मोस्टली करंट अफेयर्स बेस्ड. जीएस पे भी
Hmm.
कुछ पूछेंगे ना तो करंट अफेयर बेस्ड होता है उनका. तो बी थरो विद द करंट अफेयर्स.
Hmm. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, if you could ask me a few questions right now, because what happened was I was having a discussion with one of my friends, and during discussion with friends, I'm not actually able to handle questions very well. But when I went there for the mock, I still handled them pretty okay.
Okay.
So
So
there was this.
that is,
Hmm,
see, it's a difference of accountability. Okay. So in the
hmm.
mock, they are unknown people, very senior people.
Yes,
You,
ma'am.
you tend to be very formal there. But friends में क्या
Hmm,
होता है? We tend to get informal or we tend to get more cautious because
hmm, hmm,
we think that they know us too well. And if we give a very formal answer, it
hmm.
might look pretentious. So that is what we are conscious of. So I would
Yes, ma'am.
suggest you continue giving mocks only because you are not
Okay.
someone who will get intimidated by mocks. Mocks are going to help you. So I'll say
Hmm.
at least once a week or once in 10 days, try giving
Okay.
mocks. Right now, I don't think I need to ask you questions because that it won't be helping
Hmm,
you.
hmm,
Okay,
hmm.
because
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
see, your communication, your articulation, anyway, I feel that it must be very good. Okay, there are some people who have a lot of issue in communication, who don't
Hmm,
know what they are thinking and what they want to say. That is different. You are not one
hmm.
amongst them. So you'll be fine. You just keep, you prepare the answers properly. Like, पहला question क्या आता है? Introduction. पहले से
Hmm.
ही सोच लो कि मुझे इतना ही बोलना है इंट्रोडक्शन में समटाइम्स
Okay.
पीपल गो ऑन विद द इंट्रोडक्शन अलॉट
Hmm.
तो इतना ही बोलना है यही चार चीजें बतानी है एंड देन
Okay.
ट्राई टू से देम अलाउड
Okay, ma'am.
that will
Okay.
help you more. And many more such questions like टेरेस गार्डनिंग के कुछ फिक्स्ड क्वेश्चंस होंगे या खो खो के
Hmm.
होंगे ट्राई टू प्रिपेयर लाइक हैव प्रिपेयर्ड आंसर्स बिकॉज
Okay.
इंटरव्यू में मेनी पीपल सजेस्ट दैट यू डोंट नीड मच प्रिपरेशन एंड यू शुड बी कैंडिड बट आई वोंट सजेस्ट दैट एट ऑल बिकॉज जितना
Okay.
प्रिपेयर्ड हो ना वहां पे तो आंसर थोड़ा बहुत चेंज होता ही है बट आपका
Hmm.
कॉन्फिडेंस बना रहता है
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
या
Ma'am, one thing that I felt during the mock was, like I was asked a question, and of course, it is a new question, and I wouldn't exactly know the answer to it, especially opinion-based questions. So, ma'am, one problem that I faced was I couldn't maintain a constant stream of thought during that time. So, a
ओके
lot of things were
ओके
getting jumbled up, and because of that, some of my answers got compromised.
Okay. See, Garima, that happens because you went for the first time there, okay?
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
we are not habitual of a formal environment.
Hmm.
That
Right.
this is the first time we are put into, like such experienced people, and we always tend to fear कि क्या पूछेंगे, और उसमें हमारा stream of
Hmm.
thought टूट जाता है. So that will be okay with mocks. Just 2 or 3 mocks, and you'll be fine.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I got one question actually from in one of the DAF sessions. Ma'am, in that I was asked ki, like you watch anime. So, what exactly do you learn from it that you can apply in your civil services as a civil servant or as an aspirant? So,
Okay.
the answer that I mean, this is my honest opinion because I watch, and I like, should I tell you the answer with examples?
Yeah,
The
sure.
answer that I
Yeah, yeah.
give.
Yeah,
So
please.
I watched anime like Naruto, Death Note. So from Naruto, I learned that how one must persevere in the face of all difficulties and maintain a very positive attitude. These two qualities are very much necessary in a civil servant. From Death Note, I learned that with great power comes greater responsibility, and power should not be misused.
Okay.
And from Studio Ghibli anime, I learned the importance of community life, village life, and how to preserve it. So even if I get posted in a village, so I know the importance of maintaining that sort of lifestyle, that sort of communitarian feelings that is so very characteristic of Asian countries like
Hmm.
India and Japan. So, ma'am, does this sort of answer sound very superficial, or should I like give this answer or not?
You can give, but don't go too idealistic. Like you talked
Okay.
about village and all. That if you
Mm-hmm.
get posted in some village, don't talk like that. Just
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
keep this answer very short and just talk about the qualities. Also, you can talk something about creativity,
Yeah, right, right, right.
something on that lines also. But keep it very short and just talk about the qualities. Don't over explain this.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay.
Yeah, and just to give the example of two animes, not more than that.
Okay, okay. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, ma'am.
Yeah. Keep your answers उतना ही बोलना है जितना उनका attention span है because after like 20 seconds they'll lose attention.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, Ma'am, would you have any suggestions of some questions related to my service preferences?
No, service, see, they don't really ask questions or service preferences because they're
Okay.
almost similar for most of the people. But since you have put police service as the second preference, thoda uska pad lena, what is commissionerate system, what are the hierarchies, ranks, and all, and also about some form some opinions on law and order. For example, you might be
Hmm.
asked that if you are the SP of some district and such law and order issue is there, like कुछ दंगे चल रहे, so
Hmm.
what will be your steps? तो ऐसे
Hmm.
क्वेश्चंस कर लेना.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Apart from that, Garima, you are good. You'll perform very well. Just don't over prepare. You don't need much preparation, I'll tell you. Just prepare your DAF thoroughly and you'll
Okay,
be
ma'am.
good. Okay. And don't give
Okay.
too many mocks. Just give,
Okay.
see, मॉक्स इसलिए देने ताकि मोमेंटम बना रहे बिकॉज
Hmm.
इंटरव्यू को बहुत टाइम है तो वी टेंड टू
Hmm.
गेट lethargic. So just for
Hmm.
that, keep giving mocks, but don't take, if there is any criticism, बहुत मन पे नहीं लेना है. Okay.
ठीक है.
Because you are good.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, you'll perform very well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
I have another doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
I am also planning to give pre next year. I mean, this year's pre. So, ma'am, how can I just like prepare for pre as well as the interview? Like साथ साथ में दोनों को
So
कैसे?
you
How
you
should I?
can you can do that simultaneously because it's important, I'll tell you, because after the result you
Hmm.
don't really have much time to. It's
Hmm.
not even a month or a
Hmm.
month you'll get to prepare for pre. So
Hmm.
देखो इंटरव्यू का प्रिपरेशन इतना वास्ट नहीं होता है. Okay, you
Hmm.
can divide your time like 4 or 5 hours, 4 hours hardly per day you can give for interview and equal time for prelims preparation. Since you have given mains, आपका prelims preparation already बहुत अच्छा हो चुका है. You just have to
Hmm.
revise and give test. So continue
Hmm.
that because it happens with a lot of people who have their interviews towards the end of the interview phase. So you can
Yes,
prepare both of them together क्योंकि see इंटरव्यू की प्रिपरेशन कर करके आप कितना कर लोगे. You can be asked questions
ma'am.
from anywhere. All that you need
Right.
to work on is your communication, which anyway
Hmm.
you are good at.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah. All the best, Garima.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, yeah. All the best.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Take care.